Hey, everybody, Jim Cummings here. And if Tigger were here, he'd say, thanks, everybody, for bouncing on in here and enjoying the show. But before we go, I want you to do me a small favor. Hit like, subscribe, and give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying the show. Now, speaking of enjoying the show, enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Toon'd In with Jim Cummings. I'm producer Chris, joined as always by the legend himself, Mr. Jim Cummings. How are you doing today, sir?
Fantastic. I've never been better. Boy, are you in for a treat, I hope.
Absolutely. And you go way back, so I'll let you do the introduction for this one. I think that's appropriate.
It is so true. Today, you have a very rare treat. Oh, I'm going to keep that from making noise. Hi. And her name is April Winchell. She has been everything that you can do. She has won every award that there is to win, by the way, except the academic Oscar, which is from the Academic Academy. Yeah. And we go way back. I was friends with her dad. I've been friends with her forever and a day. And I'm going to say we first met at one of your previous incarnations as an advertising executive.
Is that true?
At Shia Day.
So I met you before Goof Troop. I guess so.
Yeah. Back when I was one of her fierce minions, selling cars.
What happened to the minions?
Yeah, I don't know. Well, the hell with them. I wasn't one of the minions, so who cares? I was an actual minion of hers, and I'm just so damn happy to see you, buddy.
I'm happy to see you.
It's been a while. Been a stack of years.
Yeah, it has. Since,
not too long, but
Vegas, like 5 years, maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just so happened, and it was at a Comic-Con, and I really like doing them, and and they'll give you a couple of bucks to take home, so there's nothing wrong with that. And I've been encouraging this one to come and let them love you.
I would love to,
as you have said.
What have I said?
I remember you introducing it, and probably was, oh gosh, it was on a show, Wet World, that never went anywhere. And you were Connie Fortuna.
Wow, I don't remember.
And, well, that's okay. We never, it
didn't happen?
We didn't sell it.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just like a fake pilot. And you were Connie Fortuna, and you were encouraging E.G. Daily as your daughter to go out on stage. And you said, go, my dear, go, let them love you.
Oh my
and that was like the most show-busy thing. I could see Liza Minnelli and Judy Garland. Do
it. Yeah, exactly.
It just had that feel.
I don't remember that at all. It's very weird, isn't it? When sometimes people come up to me at conventions or whatever, and they'll say like, "Oh, I loved you," and Once Upon a Dumpster, whatever the hell the movie is. I'm like, I was not in that. Oh, you were the talking toast, and you were like, "Oh, I love the Jam," and I was like, "That's not. I swear to God, that's not me. No, it's you." And then you go home and you go, "Oh, I guess I wasn't. Or Disney will send you a DVD. I'm like, why am I? I'm not in. Oh, I am in it. I'm like, no.
You too, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, it seems like that would be insane for that to be a thing.
Yeah.
But when you work for years and years and years, you just kind of forget. I forget.
It all
stuff
blends
that I did
together
a little bit.
Yeah, I thought I was Rob Paulson for a year.
Me too.
You too?
Me too. But I didn't have any money, so I couldn't have been.
Yeah, that could have been. Well, those days are gone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Amen.
Yeah. Many days are gone.
Thank you, Lord. Yes. Whew. And we're both still here.
That's the weird part.
That's always a good sign.
Yeah, it's good, but it's weird. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember nobody plans on getting older when they're young.
No.
That's the thing of it.
That's why you're so crappy to old people.
Right.
You make fun of them because that's not me. And then one day, oops, I forgot to die. And now you're old.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and my left knee keeps reminding me.
Yeah, exactly. I tell people I sound like a bag of microwave popcorn when I stand up. Just everywhere. It's great. I love it. I highly recommend aging.
Yes. Beats the crap out of dying.
I guess, out of not aging, I suppose.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather have a shit ton of birthdays than one funeral.
That's true.
So there you have it. You can
you'll
write
have
that
tons.
down. What's that?
You'll have tons of funerals.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, all over. People will be having them for you.
They'll have me over.
They'll have commemorative stamps, the whole thing. It's happening.
And I've often thought about being a Neptune Society since we're on this happy subject.
I've thought that too.
Have you thought of that? Mm-hmm. What do you think? You gonna do it? I don't know.
I don't want to get depressing. Too late. But
too late. Yeah.
I had this thought not long ago. that I was at a graveyard in, I think, Santa Rosa or something. Just because
I
it was
think
historical.
I saw you there.
You did? You were haunting it?
Yeah.
So it was just a historical, and I really like to look at all the old, headstones and everything.
Me too.
I'm looking at this headstone, I'm thinking, okay, this person's gone. Everyone who knew them is gone, and everyone who remembers them is gone. So why are you taking up space? Do you know what I mean? So I thought, at some point, it's...
Yeah.
I'm like not a legacy person, that
Right.
makes me tired. Because I think that's how you get old. You start thinking about not that I haven't, but how do you keep everything exactly as was when I was young? That's how you start getting old. Like, well, when I was a kid, I don't want to do it. It's not my world. I'm here for now. Everything is rented. Do you know what I mean? The things you think you own are rented.
Yeah, that's true.
So that control of how you're remembered or what happens to you or what people are, or even other things that are not related to you. Like, well, I liked the school system when I was a kid. So it's like, who cares? It's not, So to be here, whatever it is that you're passionate about now,
Doggone it.
I want to bring back lunch counters. Okay, So whatever it is you're plugged into, it's just transitory, So I'm not a Buddhist or anything. It's like, who cares where this goes, So
Right. Well, 20 years after I'm dead, I'll still be dead.
That's true. But people will remember you for a long time.
A long time. Knock on wood. Thank goodness for cartoons. But other than that, not so much.
About 20 years.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. And then there'll be somebody coming along who's the new you or the new me.
Yeah.
And we'll still be dead.
We'll still be dead. Yeah, so what's the point of getting plugged into all the things that you can't control after you're not here? Who cares?
Would you say you're nihilistic?
I don't know. I think that's a pretty positive viewpoint in a way, that you're...
Yeah.
Why do I need to protect something that is just remains or dust? Or it's like my contribution is done, and if people remember, that's great. But I'm not a big, It feels weird to me.
We were listening to your conversation on Smart Funny Torture, the podcast.
Yes.
And that was great.
Very good.
That was great.
That was interesting.
Great. And for me personally, like doing my research on you for this podcast, I only really knew you from voice acting, and listening to that podcast and, finding out more about you. I mean, your life's been like a movie. It's just, it's so fascinating. All the different twists and turns and experiences that you've lived.
I used to say that my life was a lot like magic, but without the laughs. Do you remember that movie?
That with
Anthony Hopkins.
We will make you one of us. Whatever he said. Yeah, that guy with the ventriloquist.
But it wasn't really that bad.
Well, it would be because
it was interesting.
Because of Knucklehead Smith and Jerry Mahoney.
Yeah, and others.
But
I learned a lot from my father. Because I was telling this story recently about, I don't know what I can say on your podcast, but
anything.
I was telling the story about my dad.
Sure.
And my dad I was very small. I was like 6, and I was in the kitchen.
Oh, boy.
And I heard my dad, and we could hear him getting upset in the other room. He was watching TV, And we hear like a crash. And my mom and I go in to see what's happened. And he has picked up his shoe, and he's thrown it at the television set. And he's got the other one in his hand. And he turns around and he looks at us, and he says, "Jesus Christ, who the hell do you have to blow to get on Get Smart?" Which is like my favorite childhood memory. But what I learned from that...
God, if I had a nickel.
Isn't it great? But what I learned from that really, and why I seem to have so many lives, is because I never wanted to be in a position where I could not be creative without somebody else's permission. My dad really fell apart when he wasn't working. And so I thought, I'm going to just keep doing stuff and not wait. And that's led to a lot of different, careers and things that I've developed or been able to sell or whatever. And
yeah, you sure have.
I like that. I'd rather do that than be like, I read for that like 2 weeks ago. I don't want to, because it tortured him, and I don't.
Yeah.
And plus now I don't have the energy anymore. But we live in an age where YouTube is a thing, and all these platforms are, and this, you can do this. And there's no excuse not to keep creating if you want to,
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's you all over. My gosh. I remember, we were talking about it earlier. When we met, you were at Shia Day, big time ad agency, writing really cool ads. In fact, we were listening to one of them on the way over.
Yeah, it was the fire ant killer.
Oh, that
was wonderful.
That was really successful.
That was
Can I tell you
crazy.
a story about that ad?
Please.
All right. So Mick and I, my late great ex-husband, Mick and I, we were partners in advertising.
Yes.
And we got word that we had won the $100,000 Mercury Award for that spot, that radio spot for Ant Killer. And then we got word that we'd won another $50,000 prize at some other, and we were like, this is incredible. So we fly to New York. It was great. It was a great year. We pick up our prize money. We're feeling great. I'm really fat at this point, right? So we say, well, let's go somewhere for dinner. Let's go out. So they say, oh, go to La Bernardine. It's really nice, you know. So we go there. We walk in. The one goes, I'm sorry, the sauces are sleeping. We're like, okay, well, don't wake them. You know,
the sauces
are sleeping, so the kitchen's. So
is that what that meant?
I guess. I hope that's what I've always thought. So we get ready to leave, and this guy stands up, and he goes, "Hey!" And I thought, oh, this is an ad guy who was at this award show, right?
Oh.
He goes, "Oh my God, I love you. I am so happy for your success. I'm so pleased." I said, "Thank you, thank you." And I've got the award. I go, "Look, that's great, that's great." And I see this woman stand up and look at me and go like this, and I thought, okay, something bad's going on here.
You didn't know her.
So I said, well, thank you. He goes, "I'm Lou Wasserman." And I went, wow, right?
Wow.
So then I'm thinking, how would Lou Wasserman
big time guy
know me? And I thought, oh, the guy who we used in the spot is repped by William Morris. Maybe I had no idea, right? I said, oh, it's very nice to meet you. He goes, yeah, it's great. You deserve all the success you in the world. And we are so excited to see you host the Tonys. And I thought, oh my God.
Oh boy.
He thinks I'm Rosie O'Donnell.
Oh no.
The dreaded.
It was bad. And I thought, okay, I can't say anything else because then it'll be clear that I don't talk like you know? So
yeah.
I
like
went, and he goes, "E and I going to Europe tomorrow." And I went, I didn't know what to say, you know?
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God. So that really tarnished that whole award. It's that's like one of my lowest moments, you know?
Oh God.
And I got home and I went, yeah, I got to go on a diet. So,
Jesus.
That was depressing.
Rosie O'Donnell. And then you and I was Wayne Knight's character in Tarzan. It wasn't.
I was Rosie O'Donnell in Tarzan.
You were Rosie O'Donnell,
for Turk.
Turk.
Yeah.
And that was in Tarzan, folks. Just so you know.
She looked back in history.
Yes, back in history. Well, everything I have is in history.
Yeah.
I mean, the shit I did yesterday is in history
that's true too.
So it's okay. It's
true.
not all bad.
I really thought that I met you on Goof Troop, but I knew you before that because Goof Troop was more like 93 or something. 94.
Yeah, something like that.
And
but
Shia was like 90, 91. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a little earlier.
Yeah.
I remember. I had
actually given up.
Your Southern California Nissan dealer.
There you go.
That was me.
Yeah. I had actually given up voiceover at that point. I had done it as a kid. I had some success, and then I had just done Roger Rabbit. And then I met Mick, and Mick was like, "Oh, you should work in advertising. You'd be so good at it." And we wound up doing that. Well, I was lucky because it's just scripts, so I knew how to write those. You know, I couldn't do a print ad to save my life, but radio, easy, and nobody wanted to do it. Everybody wanted to do TV because it was more exciting, you know. And I was like, no, I want to do spoken word and voiceover.
Yeah.
So I'm doing that, and I'm doing scratch tracks and submitting and something. And Mick finally looks at me. He goes, "Why don't you tell these people that you're looking for an agent?" I was like, "Oh no." At the time, it was very cool for ad people to insert themselves into commercials, and that really bothered me. Like the voice of Carl's Jr., the guy that was like burgers, fries, and a Coke. That guy, that was, I think, Andy Berlin from an ad agency, and I didn't want to be that guy, you know. No, that's not who you are. You could. I was like, and I really resisted, and finally he sent me, and I got an agent, and I got Goof Troop like within 2 days.
Wow.
That was my entire life changed in that moment.
No kidding.
So, and I always say everything good that I have because of him. So.
Wow.
Yeah.
Thank ye, wherever ye be. Yeah, God bless.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. Yeah, he really changed my life. And that show changed my life. And then from then it was just... And then we did another one after that. Marsupilami, was that what it's called?
Yes.
And Raw Tunage.
Raw Tunage, Marsupilami.
Bonkers, we did.
Bonkers, absolutely.
I was your wife in Bonkers.
Yes, you were.
And your wife many times.
You were Dill Pickell.
Dill Pickell.
Right. And of course, the amazing Peg.
Peg and Goof Troop.
Right, which is my wife's name.
Is it really?
In real life.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yes. Thank God it's not Dill. Because that wouldn't be as much fun. But Peggy, she.
Wow.
So see.
Yeah.
Life imitating
Something.
That's
great.
Can't really go all the way to art. But,
Not really.
Yeah. Life just imitating something.
Something or other.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah.
So what keeps you happy these days? What keeps you
That's a
running?
really good question.
Other than...
That's a good question.
Oh boy.
It gets, well, maybe not for everybody.
Yes.
But it gets harder. It got harder for me to be happy. Mm-hmm. You know, you get to an age where you have a lot of loss. Mm-hmm. And,
Sure.
you know, we lost this is a really depressing podcast now I think about it. We've lost we lost 7 friends, my mother, everybody in 3 years, 4 years.
Oh,
we lost all our dogs. It was just it was a lot. And then we sort of hit this, and then my husband's best friend died. It was just too much. And we just got very sad. And we had
I'm sorry.
I know, right?
Good night, everybody.
When you say we, who are you talking
my
about?
husband, John. So we had a few years that were really hard,
Rough,
you know.
yeah.
And so we said, I know, let's go to New York. This is the chapter that I've always wanted. We're both from there. Let's go back. We have some resources and some energy, you know.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to have that chapter that I wanted, that stage chapter that I wanted, you know. And so we get there. It becomes clear pretty quickly that Broadway has changed completely.
A lot, yeah.
And this is what year? Sorry.
2 years ago.
Okay.
And so everything is kind of reimagined for, you know, gender swapped casts or diversity or whatever. And there was a split second where I was like, and I thought, oh, this is eminently fair. This is eminently fair. You know, all these opportunities I had, I wasn't here. I was doing advertising, I was doing cartoons. I made a good choice. I had have been having a great career. Everything's fine. And we just kind of recalibrated. And, you know, that's been a really important skill as I get older, as I had kind of alluded to, putting things in perspective, you know, and realizing that you're not being targeted. You know what I mean? You're not being singled out.
Yeah.
And so we let go of that. We came back here, and I didn't think I was going to come back here, but we did, and it's been really good. We made friends really fast. That keeps me happy to
good.
rebuild your community that's sort of, you know, diminished.
Sure.
That's great.
Yeah.
You know, and I live in a really fun part of town, and we went out on
That's
Sunday,
awesome.
just walked down the street to the Pride Parade. It was really fun to watch, and
The Pride Parade.
it's just a crazy.
That's got to be fun to watch.
Oh my God, it's a
I've
crazy
never
part of
been.
town. It's such fun.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm sitting there watching it, and getting a little choked up. You know, thinking about all the people that I know who
Sure.
aren't here anymore, who couldn't get married. You know, or the people that we know
Yeah.
who rioted and tried to make these strides. And I feel broke. And then I see these balloons come down the street spelling out Disney, and I lost it. I just cried my eyes out, and I felt so proud
Disney.
to be working with.
Spelling out Disney.
Yeah, I felt
Wow.
real good about that, and
Yeah.
it just felt great, you know, and I felt really good about it.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was nice, you know.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to do down there too. It's
Yeah.
Hollywood, so we walked to the Chinese theater to see matinees. Oh my God, how fun is that? The Egyptian, the El Capitan, it's all right there.
Yeah, I love the Egyptian.
fun.
I love the El Cap.
I do too. It's a really fun part of
Great
town.
place in Hollywood, y'all.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a good part of town to walk around. And Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah, nowadays it's
Yeah.
it's a little safer too.
A little bit. I mean, everything's a little sketch.
It
but
was a little,
yeah. You know, I mean, I wasn't here for COVID, but I know that there's a lot of empty
Right.
real estate and stuff like that. So
Right.
I lived
yeah.
in Hollywood during COVID.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I actually had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I talk about it a lot, and it was one of the most creative points in my life.
Wow.
And there was a bunch of young people who still wanted to do stuff. And
Yep.
I was directing music videos at the time
fun.
and shooting product videos that I'd never done before, and it was really interesting.
Yeah.
And there was tons of the best. I'll tell you what the best part about show business during COVID was. I'll tell you all right now.
Yes.
It was game shows. It was game shows because they could only have 7 people on The Price is Right. So you were guaranteed to win.
I think
and
I
there's
remember
usually
that.
a rule. There's usually a rule.
Yeah.
Where you can only go on the same network at once every 2 years because they don't want the same people going on and on and on.
But
they
they needed you.
suspended it.
Yeah.
And then they told all of us, because we're all local hire, it's like background work.
Yeah.
And they're like, tell us, say you're from where you're originally from. Not because we don't want everybody from LA, from LA, from
Right.
LA.
Yeah, right,
so
right.
use an ancestor or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not all from LA for
Oh,
these
that sounds
ones.
fun. Did you
And
win?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Barbecue set, TVs, lamps, a trip to Thailand, Tons of stuff.
Wow.
Tons of stuff.
Yeah.
And I told all my friends too. And they didn't believe me. And I was like, I know the casting director for all
Wow.
these shows. She needs people to go on. And then sure enough, they're like, oh yeah, see, we didn't go on. All of them ended up going on, and all
I'd
of them
been here
except
for that.
one won.
Vegas was pretty fun during COVID too, I have to say.
How cool is that? What's that?
Vegas was fun. I lived in Vegas during COVID. It was really fun because it was all closed.
Oh,
you could just like tool down the strip, and it was pretty fun. It's all deserted.
That's cool.
It was
Was
interesting.
closed or just reduced?
You just go down there. Well, for a long time it was just closed. You just go down there. People riding bikes down the strip. It was pretty fun.
That would be surreal.
It was surreal. I have videos on my phone of that.
That was like
what the hell?
Like after the Holocaust
Yeah,
nuclear
exactly.
sort of.
The zombie Vegas apocalypse.
Yes.
It's kind of redundant when you think about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is that's going on now, isn't it?
It's going on now.
Ooh,
About 3:00 in the morning is when that starts.
yeah.
Well, you're a very creative person, and you've gone down a bunch of creative avenues. How did you express that when you were a child?
Oh, well, that's actually how I got into voiceover, really, because my parents gave me tons and tons of spoken word records. So I listened to comedians,
cool.
to plays, to my dad's old radio shows when he was on Jack Benny. I'd listen to it, like all
gosh.
and I'd listen to it, and I'd think, what action is happening on stage right now that's making people laugh? Like I really liked filling it in. I got very interested in spoken word, radio theater, all that stuff. And then they started giving me stand-up comedian albums. And one of them was Shelley Berman, who
Oh, sure.
I got to work with him on the Blues Brothers cartoon. And I was
That's
just like,
great.
And
Shelley Berman.
people were
I
like,
remember
"Who's
him.
Who were you most excited to work with? And I was like, oh, Brock Peters. And they're like, who? Like, yeah, Brock Peters. And I said,
they
Shelley
go,
Berman.
huh?
And they're like, okay. I was starstruck,
Wow.
So they give me the album, and I start memorizing it because I'm listening to records all day. I'm little. I'm like 5 or 6. And I have no idea what I'm memorizing. I don't know why it's funny, but I understand the timing, and I get that there's laughs, and I know to hold forth. I'm just mimicking, right? So I went out into the lanai. They had like a Hawaii kind of lanai in Encino
fancy.
with the floats on the wall, and the fishing nets and everything.
Yes.
And my dad would sit out there with the ukulele and drink beer with ice in it, right? So I would go out there when they had friends over. They'd say, okay, it's bedtime. You have to go to bed. I'd say, okay. A real thick New York accent and a lisp, right? Okay, but let me just say something first. And they're like, all right, what? And I did the whole routine. Say, lady, what are you doing out on the flagpole? And they're like, and I have it down.
Oh,
I've got
my
his
God.
inflection, everything. And I finished, and they said, okay, you can stay up a little later. I was like, yes. So that was like my first introduction to the benefits of being funny and entertaining people. And I got real.
And you were hooked.
I was hooked. I got real
that's
interested
perfect.
to listen to a lot of records. And then my dad gave me a little, well, at the time it wasn't even a cassette. It was a little reel-to-reel recorder, right? Like 65 or something.
No kidding.
And I found these tapes of us reading scripts together and acting together.
Oh, wow.
And he says, he goes, let me do, we're doing the Bad Wolf and Little Red Riding Hood. He's like, I'm going to blow your host out. I said, no, that's not the voice. You're not supposed to do that. He's like, oh, I'm sorry. Let me look he was being really like straight. With it,
God.
It's very funny. So I'm doing this, and I'm doing a lot of like terrible celebrity impressions in my bedroom. Right? 'Cause I'm little, right? And
I call that a new character.
I didn't think of that. I should do that.
Yeah, that's what I did.
We're here at the hall of the Grauman's Chinese Theater at the premiere of this. Here comes Mae West. Hey, you, I want you to come up and see me. So I'm doing this horrible shit right that I've just heard on records.
Right.
So a couple years later, about 10 now, I'm with my dad at Bell Sound. And I don't remember what the show was that he was doing. And I'm in the hallway, and I'm seeing all the celebrities, and I'm trying to do their voices quietly, like doing imitations and stuff.
They
I don't have a
had
lisp anymore.
all their pictures
But
up
I'm
there.
doing all this, right? Well, apparently Don Pitts, who was my dad's agent at Charles Stern, overheard this. And he went to my dad and he said, is your kid interested in voiceover? Because they were, at the time, it was vogue to use kids to do kids, like on Peanuts. Now it's like, I'm 40 and I don't need a social worker, you do like 6 voices.
Yeah.
So he goes, well, I'm sure she would because she was on my show in New York. Or Jack Parr, stuff like that. So they asked, and I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. And I read for it, and I got it. I got my union card when I was 11.
No kidding. Wow.
And I worked pretty steady until I was about 28 when I did Roger Rabbit. And I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'm going to do advertising now.
Oh, yeah.
What was the switch in your head?
I think I hit that place where it was not easy anymore. And I started to panic that I was going to get into that position where I couldn't do anything creative unless somebody gave me permission to do that, which I've already learned not to do. So I'm going to choose something else. And I just went off the page and did something. I had a lot of fun. It was very creative. I made good money. I won prizes.
Oh, God,
I enjoyed
yeah.
it. I met great people, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Well, they met you too. Well, well, you were writer, producer. You had a lot of hats.
Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of energy anymore. But at the time,
Wow.
yeah. And then those Glendale Federal commercials were really popular in the 90s.
Which ones?
They were Glendale Federal. It was another one of the cases where I pitched it to the agency and they said, well, let's use you. And I was like, really? And it was me. And it was just me complaining about my bank. It was like, I did like one or two a week because I was writing them. It was so fast.
Wow.
So anytime a bank did something that we wanted a counterpoint, I was in the studio, right? And they got very popular. And the agency started playing them during rush hour. So all the executives were hearing them. And I got a call out of nowhere from Jeff Wald. Do you remember Jeff Wald?
Jeff Wald.
He was married to Helen Reddy for a while. He was like a producer. And he had kind of a bad reputation. And Mick was like, my late husband was like, go, take every meeting, go, go, go.
Yeah.
So I went and meet him and he was like, we'd like you to write for Roseanne. And I went, okay. I mean, I always say yes before I can think about it and talk myself out of it.
Yeah.
Always. Sure. And then later I'm like, I can't juggle, you know, that kind of shit.
Oh, wait a minute. I can't juggle. Wait, juggle flaming torches?
I would try. When you're young, you'll do it, right?
Sure.
When I did Roger Rabbit, Reuben Cannon called me. I was working at
Right.
a
I remember him.
stenographer kind of situation. I was what's the word when you're transcribing slip and fall cases, right? Like she claimed that she slipped on the wet wood, but we know there's that kind of stuff. We saw her, so Bro's investigation. She's at Disneyland without a neck brace, some type.
Yeah, right. Yeah, she was out mowing her lawn.
She was fine. So I got Mrs. Herman in Roger Rabbit, the mom, and be a good boy. And so I got that, and Reuben Cannon calls me. He goes, "Can you do a baby?" And I went, "Sure."
Because why? Because you can.
He goes, "Can you do it for me right now?" And I was like, I'm at work, I'm like, yeah, okay. So I locked myself in the file room. And he goes, okay. He goes, it's not talking, it's just crying. I'm like, all right. I'm doing all the baby Herman.
Yeah.
Doing all that stuff. He goes, okay. Can you cry? Like, screaming in the file room, right? He's like, okay, you got it. I'm like, great. I got two voices in the movie,
Wow.
Hang up the phone, I open the door, and everybody in the office is like, what the hell? Why is she screaming like a baby in the closet?
Oh, man.
And then I quit because I had a job. But
you were big time showbiz
at that point, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I remember auditioning for Reuben Cannon.
Do you?
Yeah. Roger Rabbit. I was bullet number 2.
That's right.
And what pissed me off is, and we spent the whole night in Griffith Park doing all these. I was a ton of weasels. I was like, 3.
That should be the line under your name.
Yeah.
Jim Cummings, a ton of weasels.
Yeah. Yes. That,
like it.
Yeah. Rest in peace, sort of. And and then they cut everything.
Oh.
Yeah. But I still had my 3 lines as bullet number 2. And I was the Andy Devine bullet.
Oh, my.
It was Pat Buttram.
God. Did you do Pat Buttram, too?
No.
Who was that?
Pat Buttram. Yes.
I'm from the world where it's always somebody else.
Right, exactly. I know. Because I've got it on the mantle at the house over the script. I embossed it or did whatever you did to scripts.
That's funny.
And I've got his autograph on there, and it's to Jim, shoot low. They might be crawling. So that was sage advice, and
that's kind of Pat Buttram, but without the. It's very similar, isn't it?
Yeah.
Without the Clarabelle on it.
Clarabelle. Yeah, little Clarabelle. But he told me all these stories about. Do you know what give me 3 good men and a buckboard means, and I'll meet you at the station? And I said, no. He goes, God damn it, I don't either. And I must have said that in 14 goddamn movies. I said, oh, okay. And then now and I said, but you were Gene Autry's. We were a sidekick. You were like big with Gene Autry. Goes, oh yeah, and every time I'd go to Sportsman's Lodge, I'd say, well, has anybody here seen Gene Autry? And he goes, you're standing on him. So that was good.
What does that mean? Was he buried there?
No, he was indulging. Oh. So he was tired.
Oh, I see. I thought
he was tired. He had to take a little break. So but yeah, it was interesting. Oh man.
So I see you have fun facts about me. Have we covered them? Because I don't think of myself as being fun. So I
was flirting with the idea of not even doing that because we could just talk about crap that we've done. But I did not know that you were someone called Helen Killer.
Helen Killer, yeah.
And that was on Regretsy.
Yeah. Do you know about that?
I'm reading about it. I have read about it. I know, and I heard that went over rather well.
It did. It was weird. I was in one of those phases where I'm not doing anything. That's how I got a radio show on KFI.
Can you explain Regretsy for the people listening?
That's how I got a radio show on KFI.
Yeah.
They were on strike, and I was like, well, I got to find something to do. So I called over there. Can I have a show? And they were like, okay. I mean, it's you never know unless you ask.
KFI, right?
But, yeah. So this was one of those periods where there's nothing going on, and I thought, God, it'd be really funny to do a site just making fun of Etsy. Just making fun of the whole handmade ethos because I found it so amusing, And so I put up some stuff and made some jokes. And within 72 hours, I had 92 million hits.
Whoa.
Completely blew my mind. I had a book deal like in 2 days. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So it turns out, and I didn't know this, but it was a perfect storm because you're not allowed to complain on Etsy. They'll just close you down. So people were on Etsy going in their forums saying, well, why is this person who's clearly not making handmade stuff? Because at the time they were pretending to be handmade. They're not anymore. Why am I competing with a factory in Taiwan? Shut you down. Close your account. No criticism allowed. So they saw me. They came over there, and it just became a clearinghouse for do-it-yourself angst. And I was like, well, okay. And I just made fun of stuff for a couple of years. And I got a book deal, and it got really popular. And then I thought, you know what?
The most popular.
Weirdly popular. Yeah. And also I was kind of like at the end of popular websites. Not really like that so much anymore, like the people of Walmart and these old ones that people just, what are they doing today? It's not like that now.
Yeah.
So it got super popular and I thought, well, I called it reducing my asshole footprint is how I called it. I said, let's do good things for charity. So
That's
we
nice.
monetized everything and we raised, I think like $300,000 for charity and for people like crafters who needed sewing machines and that kind of stuff. We put kids through art school, all that. It was great.
That's kind of cool.
Fun. It was cool until I started getting like a very unpleasant stalker and bad shit going on Twitter and stuff. And I was like, you know what? No more social media. I'm out. So I just stopped doing all of it.
No kidding.
I don't miss it at all. I haven't had social media in like 10 years. It's It's fine.
It's fine. Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, if I had to do it all over again, I probably would not have done it again because my sense of humor was really different then. And I liked being cruel to be funny. I thought it was hilarious, and I thought,
well, you're kind of right.
It kind of
depends on where you aim.
But see, that's where I grew up. Well, that's my theory is that it's only funny if you're asking for it and everybody's asking for it. So you have to find the door somehow to make it okay, But I was raised in the time of Don Rickles and making fun of yourself.
Oh, yeah.
And my parents' whole mantra was, you better laugh or you're never going to stop crying, right? So anything that happened that was bad, we laughed.
That's not bad.
We laughed. We laughed. We made fun of everything. Even if it hurt, sometimes it was close to our Christmas stockings were filled of all of our failures during the year. You're like, whoa, boy, remember this? You're like, yeah, and you had to laugh.
Oh, jeez.
So I kind of grew up in that world where you laughed at stuff. And so I thought, well, we can all be grown-ups and laugh at our failings. It's not everybody was raised that way.
Darn you, smile.
Yeah. And it wasn't until much later I went, oh, that's not that good. I don't want to do that. People are like, make the archive. I almost did. Make the archives live. And I'm like, I wouldn't make those jokes again. I don't think they're funny now. People used to say to me at the time, I'm sorry for you, and I hope whatever's going on with you, you'll be happier someday. And I was like, And then later,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Jesus, they're right.
Oh, wow. Yeah. It's
terrifying.
Well, you fell into a little bit of the Wicked Witch there when you were imitating that weasel, that crazy ass bitch who was talking shit.
There's a lot of crazy ass bitches.
Yeah.
What were some
You
of like
noticed
the
that too,
weirdest
huh?
things you recall?
You're talking about the
Finding.
interaction or finding?
Or
Yeah.
just period.
The stuff that was great.
I'm talking
wound
about
up-
like products on Etsy.
The stuff that was great, I wound up kind of getting into business with these people to do stuff. Like there was a woman who embroidered maxi pads and toilet paper, and I have no idea why.
Embroidered.
Embroidered.
To leave in your bathroom, like an embroidered. I don't know why. So I said, "Can you embroider like 500 maxi pads, and I'll make them bookmarks for the books when I do book signings."
Sure.
So that kind of stuff was great. But
Well,
then
you
a lot of
maxi pads.
weird like the weirdest taxidermy you've ever seen. So I wouldn't do that again. But for at the time it was good, and good things came of it, and we helped people. But I'm not so keen on that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, well, bigger fish to fry now.
so just like in a little gentler kind of phase, I suppose. Still an awful person. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but-
yeah.
And then the other thing that took the fun out of it was that Etsy stopped pretending they were homemade.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're just now it's all factories and stuff, and now the language is like a brilliant, vibrant marketplace of homemade and special curated factory. It's like, oh, this is just garbage.
Oh,
So-
yeah.
So they're not ashamed anymore. So it's been hell with it. No.
Yeah.
It was fun when they were fighting back, but then I'm like, well, yeah, you're right. Okay, well, I'm gonna go.
Yeah. Gotta go harass someone else.
Changing topics. Another fun fact that we found about you is that you've known Kevin Spacey for quite some time.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. I was curious. I was
anymore.
going to ask if you
That's him in his car right there. He's gonna drive right through the building.
saw him at a convention not too long ago.
Yeah, he's starting to do like horror cons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's him.
There's like a truck outside
Wow.
or something.
It's
Yeah.
him. It's Kevin.
That sounded like it hit the building,
It's a little
folks.
bit.
Just curious, just to let you know there. Wow.
Yeah, so we did plays together in the Valley,
Mm-hmm.
you know, like when I was 15, and they had like musical theater at Pierce. In the summer, we did
Well, I
Damn
remember.
Yankees. We did Gypsy together. He was Herbie. I was Mama Rose, and we did a lot of shows. And we went to college.
I remember running into you somewhere, I mean, a long time ago, and you were just fresh off doing something with him, and I thought, wow, Kevin Spacey, wow, that's pretty darn cool.
I was
Yeah.
probably just saw him somewhere. I mean,
Probably
I went
just
to
something. It was,
I went to his
was
premiere of Beyond the Sea.
oh, maybe. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
And
bet that was
he's-
it.
He was like
Somewhere beyond the sea.
It was pretty good. He sang that too.
Yeah.
And he got up and was talking, doing Q&A. He goes, "I'd like to introduce someone, a co-star of mine." And I'm like, "Who's he?
You know, who's he?
here?"
Yeah, right.
We did Gypsy together. I was like, "Oh my God!" He made me stand up, and
Oh, that's cool.
it was weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I haven't talked to him in a really long time, and I get a lot of calls.
I haven't either.
I get a lot of calls every year from the BBC. You know, we're doing an expose, and we'd like to have your opinion. I'm like,
No.
no. Yeah.
Warning. Dive.
There's no place to go. You know, if you say, "Well, I personally didn't see anything," then you sound like you're apologizing.
Yeah,
You know? And if
and-
you say, "Well, you make shit up to be relevant," then you're an idiot. So it's like I just go, no,
Yeah.
no. There are a few
Yeah.
people like that. But could you like to? Nope.
Yeah. No comment. I'm good.
What's the point? What's the point?
Yeah. What is the point? Yeah.
It's
Goodbye.
interesting cat though, for sure.
Yes. Well, if you can't say something nice about somebody, don't say anything nice. Don't. Yeah.
say-
You get the idea.
Okay, so I won't talk anymore on
Yeah.
that.
Oh man. But
You wanted
let's
all
see.
the dish too, didn't you?
and I've got my dish here.
What?
And oh yeah, no, did we talk about being married twice?
Who,
'Cause
you?
You
Me?
and I.
I wasn't sure where you were going with that because I was like, it's more than two.
Yeah. But
Yeah, we did. We were. I didn't realize that. Yeah, we were Peg and
Yeah.
Pete, and Dill and
Dylan and Lucky.
Lucky. That was his
Lucky
name.
Piquel.
And then weren't we something on tunage or marsupial? We were like
Raw
Doris
tunage.
Deer and
Oh, well, there was Fawn Deer. I think that was.
Doris Deer was, I don't know. And then Brad was
Yeah.
Super Water Buffalo. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's so
Brad Garrett.
Love him.
Yeah.
He has.
I had him on the podcast just
I
recently.
love him.
He's a
to
great guy.
pieces.
He's a funny guy.
He's so
Jeez,
funny.
Oh, man.
Our texts are so hilarious. He just makes me cry. He makes me laugh.
Yeah.
We,
Yeah.
I used to go and see him at his club in Vegas because I lived there, so I'd go and see him occasionally. And I was looking. He has pictures of celebrities, all of his history, all over the wall. And I'm looking at the pictures, and I went, and it's me. And I'm like 5 on the set of Winchell Mahoney time. I guess I sent him that picture a long time ago, and I'm on a phone, and he put it in his club. And I was like,
wow.
So proud.
Oh, I didn't see that one. Damn it.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, that's cool.
I opened for him too as Sheila. Do you remember Sheila?
Sheila Sands.
Yeah, she did
Yes.
good. Yeah, I opened for him in Vegas. It was very fun. I have pictures of him in my phone. He's
no kidding.
2 feet taller than me, and I've got the big wig on and everything.
He's 2 feet taller than everyone.
Here's a really, if I can tell you the story about how good he is with rooms, working rooms, and all that stuff, and setting up expectations for what you're about to see. So Sheila, for all of you who don't know who that is, so it's a club act I used to do. She's kind of based on like the Ruta Lee type, the sort of kind of quasi sort of famous 70s blonde, chanteuse.
Yes.
But I also kind of patterned her on my mom, because my mom couldn't be bothered to learn anything. She just made it up. So Sheila just made up the lyrics, and they sounded like it, so that's what she would sing, and that's how you got Send in the Clowns in Spanish and all the other crazy things that she used to do. So,
Clowns in Spanish.
So why am I telling you this story? I forgot already.
Well, Sheila Sands.
Brad Garrett.
Yeah.
Brad Garrett, Sheila Sands, Vegas.
How about that?
Opening.
Yeah, so I opened for, I don't know why I told
Oh,
you.
that's
But
okay.
I opened for him, and it was really, really fun. And he also, crowd work, that's it. So I come out the first night, and he comes out to introduce me, and he says, here she is. She's a great singer. Now, I sing in this show, but I sing ridiculous songs, right? And I'm doing about 20 minutes of stuff. And I come out, and I start to sing, and the audience is like, no idea how to react to me, right? And I come back in the green room, and he's like, oh, that was rough. I said, what happened? I don't know what happened. Next night, he comes out, ladies and gentlemen, very funny woman. You'll love her. She's very funny. Sheila Sands. Okay, so I come out, they're already like laughing a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So I do the same material, goes over really well. Third night, he comes out and says, ladies and gentlemen, real treat. You've seen her on Kimmel. You've seen her on Letterman. And they're like, I haven't been on either of those shows, right?
Yeah.
And she's on this and this and this. You've seen her this. She's fantastic. You're going to see her. They're standing before I came out.
Oh, God.
Is that an amazing lesson
Jeez,
about setting expectations?
Yeah, setting
for,
it up. Yeah.
He's really
Set you
good
up
at
like
that.
a bowling pin.
He's real good at that.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he married us. John and I were married in Vegas, and he did the ceremony.
Really?
He did?
Yeah.
He's an ordained.
No, but we went back afterwards.
Minister,
and had
and it
somebody
was
do
like,
But
okay.
he was he made fun of everybody. He said, "How blue can I get at this wedding?" I said, "Go, whatever you want." He made fun of
You kidding?
everyone. He called my husband's stepfather Tip O'Neill. I mean, he just went to town on these people.
Tip O'Neill.
And it went on and on and on. It kept was long, right? And so he says to the piano player, he goes, "Can't you play something else?" And I said, "Brad, we only paid for one song. We thought this was going to be." He's taking money out of his pocket. He's throwing, play New York, New York, play something for God's sake. It's a wedding,
Oh, God.
It was, and the guy comes up the aisle to take the pictures, and he gives him his keys. He goes, "It's the blue Honda." He was so funny. It's like the only wedding video that you want to watch. He
Oh,
did
that's
like an
wonderful.
hour of stand up, and we were crying.
Oh, my God.
And he says to John, he goes, "You sure you want to do this?" He goes, "Yeah." And he goes, "Let me show you this." He takes out the thing. He goes, "These are pictures of all the things I lost in my divorce. Do you still want to do it?"
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It was great. It was
These
so
are pictures
funny.
of all the things I lost. Yeah, we just
I
saw
love
him
to
recently. It
bits.
was
He's
pretty
such a
damn
wonderful
funny.
person. And the most generous, decent human being I think I've ever met in my life. Really good
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, tall
person.
too.
So tall.
So tall. Yeah. Hey, if you're nice to me, I'll get your frisbee out of the gutter. Okay. All right.
When I first knew him, we were doing Casper, and I think I met him on that.
Oh, yeah.
I might have met him on.
That's right.
I don't remember. I met him on something. Problem Child. I don't remember something. But I started to use him in commercials because I thought he was hilarious. I was still doing that at the time, and he would pull up to Waves recording studio, which is now, by the way, a marijuana dispensary, which I think is
Waves
pretty hilarious.
recording
Burton
studio?
Bars and Waves pot dispensary.
That doesn't sound right.
I love it. It's hilarious.
That is.
Anyway, and
Very popular recording
every time I go
studio.
in there, I'm like, I used to work here. They're like, okay, Grandma, you got your card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So he pulls up to the session wearing a Kaiser Wilhelm hat with this
Perfect.
thing
With the-
on a motorcycle with long hair. That's how long
Where the
I've known
hell
him.
did you get that?
That's how long I've known him.
Oh, God. For those of you who don't know, it's one of those with the what was that in Mad World? Somebody had one of the. I'm trying to
Dick
think
Shawn,
of
I think maybe, right? Or you might be thinking of producers when he was doing the Springtime
be.
for Hitler. Maybe.
Oh yeah.
It
that
all
could
blends
be.
together.
Yeah,
all I know is he died on stage. That's all I know. And you know what? Speaking of which, don't
Speaking
you
of
love
dying
it
on stage.
when people say he died doing what he loved? I don't want to die doing what I loved. I'd like to finish it.
Yeah.
I'd like to die taking out the trash or something. You know?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
Yeah, because then you don't get to finish
You don't get
doing.
to do it.
You don't get to finish either.
That doesn't make
He
sense.
died right in the middle of
Something he liked.
Thanksgiving. Well, that sucks.
Didn't even get to the potatoes.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Good people. We've met a lot of good people.
Yeah.
Really good souls,
Worked with a lot of very interesting, very creative people over the years.
And how the business has changed too from how we used to do it all in the same room and how much
Yeah.
fun that was.
Yeah. I sure did like it. Because it felt like
Crying, laughing so hard.
Yeah, and it felt a bit like putting on a play.
Putting on a
putting on
people
a
to
production.
work off of. And it was nice.
Yeah,
It was nice.
and you could bounce off people. And they don't do that anymore.
They don't do that anymore.
Which is what we're lamenting, by the way.
I did one season of Mighty Ducks. Were you on that? I don't think you were.
I think I was a duck.
You were a duck. So that was Brad Garrett, Jeff Bennett, me, Ian Ziering, bunch of Steve Mackle, bunch of really super fun people. Poor Jamie Thomason was like, could we please go? Okay, let's you just couldn't because we're just
it's
like
a voice director,
playing
by the
and riffing. The director tried to get us to do it.
Yeah.
And we're just we had so much fun. We would bring Nerf guns and shoot. I mean, we just had a ball. I really looked forward to it. And it just isn't. I miss that. I liked it.
It's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same. Nothing's the same.
If you got the opportunity to do it again, would you?
Oh, in a second.
Yeah.
It's so much fun. Even as late as Wander Over Yonder, when I did that, that was 2015, 14, something like that.
Yeah.
That was all of us in the same room.
I think
Super
I
fun.
even wrote that down.
Man, I loved that show.
Look at that.
I
Wander Over
loved
Yonder.
that show.
Yeah, and now it's on Disney Channel.
Yeah.
I think.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus.
Yeah.
Disney Plus.
I loved that show.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's fun.
Tune in.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, everything I ever did is on Disney Plus.
Yeah, me
now,
too. Yeah, it's wild.
Because I think you and I are very similar in that. I don't know. Maybe 90% of what I've ever done was for Disney.
Yeah.
You know.
Me too. Mostly, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think that's kind of a signpost of when we started. Like you were a studios person. You know what I mean? There's like the Warner Brothers people. It didn't really blend as much, and now I think that's not as big of a deal anymore. But
Yeah.
nothing's the same.
And nothing's the same anyway.
Yeah,
Which is a damn shame, actually.
a little bit. But again, I'm trying to it's not my world. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
had my shot. I had a great time.
Yeah.
But you're in a position now where you're the talent pool is everyone in the world now. You don't have to live here anymore.
Yeah.
That was a real advantage in the 90s and
Oh,
before.
God, yeah. And even before.
You had to be in the
definitely.
studio. You had to live here. People would say to me, how do I start? Well, you got to move to LA. It's not going to happen. And, of course it can happen now.
Yeah. Yeah. It wasn't going to happen for me in Youngstown, Ohio.
And yet I bet there's people working there now.
Yeah. Yeah, but not
Seriously.
in Hollywood from Youngstown.
No, probably not. But it's all remote.
But, yeah.
A lot of it's remote now. Although I do see a lot of bigger projects say has to be in LA or New York or whatever. So
Atlanta,
yeah,
Vancouver.
That's another, Vancouver, not so much.
Yeah,
really
that's
seen,
true,
but,
right? Yeah, Vancouver's a big spot.
Vancouver for TV stuff a lot, like
Yeah.
Hallmark Channel,
Oh,
the
that's
CW,
what we need to get into.
CW.
You and I need to start getting into those Hallmark Christmas movies.
That's true. Well, I used to be the Hallmark guy.
Really?
Coming up next on Hallmark Channel, Pat Boone stars as a necrophiliac, serial killer in What the Hey?
Yeah, I had him on my show once when he had a heavy metal album that came out.
I know.
Yeah.
I've had him too. Did you?
Yeah.
Yes. Just recent. When was that?
Just 2 weeks ago.
Who?
Pat Boone.
Pat Boone. Actual Pat Boone.
He's just not as of 2 weeks ago.
Yes, but he did.
When this comes out, just check your obits.
Yeah, but you couldn't tell.
You could tell
He was fine. He was great.
He had that heavy metal album. Well, we all came down to, what is that one that really, smoke on the water. And like,
yes.
I was like, the only thing metal that this guy has is a hip. That's it.
Yes.
But I loved it. It was so misguided, you know.
Hip.
And that's a real leitmotif with me is misguided self-expression. You know, Regretsy, bad music, bad singing, bad television, love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's beautiful.
Love that.
Well, you made a hell of a career out of it, too.
Kinda, yeah.
Sorta, kinda.
Kinda. An adjunct sort of career.
Did you have a favorite venture in your career? Like a stage?
Well, I really loved those early 90s because you saw everybody and you worked every day.
Yeah.
And it was a really fun community. It was fun to see your friends. And I loved that.
Yeah.
But I've done a lot of things that I really liked, you know, so.
It's hard to pick a favorite.
Kind of. I really liked live theater very much, you know. And, but
Well, you're pretty damn severely good at it, so.
I liked it. But, you know, when I was in New York and I was auditioning and I realized that there wasn't a lot of opportunity for, you know, old white women at this point, which is fine because we've had our shot.
Yeah.
I thought to myself, you know, I'd have that one moment of like, God, really, and then that other moment of like, oh, I don't want to do 8 shows a week. I don't want to be on my feet for 16 hours a week walking around and memorizing stuff. I don't want to.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm just going to watch YouTube for a while.
Yeah. Yeah, I had that bug for a good long while.
Yeah.
That I you know, the stage was, and it wasn't that one of your original loves? I mean, theater.
Yeah, I mean, when I was 16, I was on the road for 2 years with, you know, Oklahoma and Music Man, and I did summer stock year after year after year after year, and I loved it. I loved it. I really wanted to do it, but I kind of got stuck in LA for, you know, family and other reasons, and I wound up, you know, doing this, which was the greatest luck I think I've ever had, you know, and I was fortunate that I had sort of been practicing for it for
enormous
years.
Success in all of those things.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I liked it.
That is so darn cool.
It's still fun. You know, I had an interesting experience at Disneyland recently. I went there not too long ago. Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
And I met the person in the Clarabelle costume because I don't know if you've seen this, but she's like being referred to as a rising queer icon.
Clarabelle?
Yes, because in the suits, they've hired actual drag queens who can do the death drop and the dance and know all the moves and everything. And she's incredible, right?
Interesting.
Yeah.
And the line to meet her is longer than anybody. She's just super popular, right? So I went to meet her and I'm meeting her and stuff. And I started to step back and look around and all these people are so excited to see her. And I thought for the first time in my life, I was like, oh my God, I'm part of something. Because, you know, you're behind the glass and you don't, don't really think about people listening to you. And you're not on anything fun. You know, you're not on Adventure Time or Bob's Burgers or any of the cool stuff that people watch.
Right.
So, you know, you don't know a lot of 7-year-olds to talk to about your body of work. No. So that was a really cool, that felt really good. Yeah. That felt really good to be a part of something. I really felt great about that. So I'm walking with Clarabelle. There's this they're all lining up to meet her, right? And this old woman says to me, oh, look, she's walking with Clarabelle. And her daughter's like, Mom, that is Clarabelle. That's Clarabelle. And she's not getting it. And I said, no, I am Clarabelle. She just looks at me. And I said, well, how are you doing? It is a beautiful day to be in California Adventure. And she looks at me, she goes, well, now how long have you been practicing that? And I said, about 30 years.
Wow.
Her mom's like, no, Mom, she really is.
Oh, yeah.
Then she got excited after.
Yeah.
That's kind of funny.
I've had experiences sort of like that.
Have you?
Jess Harnell has one where he was standing in line at something or another, and his character, Wacko Warner from Animaniacs, the kid was wearing a shirt in front of him with his character on it. And his wife says, you should tell him. You got to do it. You got to do the voice.
It backfires sometimes.
Yeah, and of course now, and Jess, you, as many of you know, he looks like the king of rock and roll, or at least rock.
Yeah.
And he was in the cast of Hair, and
he has a lot of hair.
A lot of hair. Greatest guy you ever want to meet. And so he taps the little kid on the shoulder and he says, "Yeah, I do that voice. I'm the guy that does the voice of the shirt that you're wearing there." He goes, "Yeah." yeah. And mother looks at him like, you know, and he's going, okay, but yeah, I
Did he do it?
I really do.
Did he do it?
Yeah. And so she says, okay, well, that good for you, honey. And he goes, no, I don't mean that I sound like him. I mean, I'm the guy who does the voice that's on the cartoon. The kid goes, all right, let's hear it. You know, and so he goes, well, you know, you know, and I'm not going to do him, and he goes, oh, I go, wait, what do you mean? What's that? He goes, it's not bad.
Oh my!
It's not bad.
God.
It's me. What, so I don't sound like me? He goes, well, you sound like you. You just don't sound like Whack. I was like, okay.
Oh my!
Yeah. What do you do here? Hold this for me. You know,
someone did that to me once. I did Corella for them.
Yeah.
And he's like, it's pretty good.
well, I'm glad Disney likes it.
Yeah, that's what I should have said.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
well, my health benefits are calculated on those residuals, so you better like it.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, God. Yeah.
It's pretty funny, though. Have you ever been recognized just talking somewhere that somebody turns around and then knows you?
No.
No, that happened to me in an elevator once.
I don't think.
Very weird. I was telling my mom how I stopped smoking. This was like 20 years ago. This girl goes, are you? And I was like, wow. And I got recognized in a dispensary.
Okay, sure.
And they were looking at my my driver's license, and she goes, are you April? I said, yeah. You know?
Yeah.
And she goes, hang on a second. You guys!
Oh,
I was
great.
Like,
Perfect.
She brings
You'll never guess.
and I'll come over. And then they say the two words that make you want to kill yourself.
Oh.
Do it.
Actually makes me want to kill them.
And I was like, you got any more sour kush? You know, you got any? I'm looking for a hybrid pre-roll. And they're just like, I was like, this is the worst day of my life.
Oh my God.
Worst day of my life.
That's wonderful.
Bad situation.
Oh my God.
A doctor did it once. A headache doctor did it once and said, what do you do? And I said, do you have to know really what Yeah, it's not really, it's important to know what you do. I do cartoon voices. Have I heard you in anything? Do you need to know from my headaches? Yeah, tell me. I'll tell them. Okay, opens the door. Ladies! Brings all the nurses in.
Oh, great. I've had something
It's
like
not
that.
I'm delighted and honored and pleased,
Yeah.
you know, but in those moments where you're vulnerable, it's a little nervous.
Kind of like Dance Monkey.
A little tiny bit. I don't even mind Dance Monkey, but that was like, I have all your medical records. Do something humiliating now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I remember years ago, this is terrible. I guess I can tell this. But I was going in for an exam, and
Okay.
and it was a
One of these?
worried about a rupture sort of thing,
Okay.
and so so I'm standing there with my stuff out, and he's got on his gloves, rubber gloves, and he goes, so what do you do for a living? You do cartoons? And he's going, you're kidding?
Oh, Jesus, no.
And I said, yeah. So what do you do?
Oh, no.
And I'm going, can we finish up here? You know, he goes, and then he goes, oh, yeah. So anyway.
Oh, no.
Cough. Give me a cough.
Oh. Cough is poo.
Yeah, you know, and it's cough. And then I did
And then you did.
And so I think that's it for today.
Oh, that's bad. That's a bad one. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. But the idea of sitting there going,
Yeah.
you know, just holding it.
That hasn't happened yet, but I have a mammogram coming up, so I'll let you know.
Okay. Well, it take two hands. Oh, stop. I can't believe. See, because
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just shoot us.
You out of fun facts?
Huh?
You out of fun facts?
Yeah.
I told you it wasn't fun. You had like two of them.
Yeah.
They wrote a book. Well, we got to go. You know.
Yeah.
Do you want to play a voice swap game? We do a voice swap game on this podcast.
Yes, we do.
If you're
Okay.
up for it, I'll explain how it works.
All right.
So Jim will do a character voice of his. He'll say a line, you know, something that Winnie the Pooh says.
Okay. Oh,
And then
okay.
you'll
Can't do
copy
that.
that same line, but
All right.
in the voice of one of your characters.
Oh,
so
I thought
say
you
like,
meant do his voice.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so you'll do it
I
as...
can do a little Pete if you're interested.
Well, let's do. I think I'll do. Well, I think I have
I really
to do
wanted
Pete.
to be like Pete's sister. I don't know why we can't get that going.
Yeah.
Hey, where you going with that basket, Pete?
I mean, I feel like we could. Nobody ever
With
listens
that
to
basket.
me. I don't
get
know.
it.
Go back to the old story.
That's a
sorry.
euphemism for
for your doctor.
yes, for my doctor.
All right, voice swap. So you do a line, and I do it as one of my characters.
Yeah, and then vice versa.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. I got to think of a really good Pete line here. See, everything. Whenever I start doing this, they all come up R-rated or X-rated. Then I have to tone it down inside my head so that the kids can't hear it.
We can all hear it. If you're not saying it, we can hear it.
Well, you know, buddy, that's just the way it goes sometimes. Sometimes you win 'em, sometimes you go down in flames.
Well, you know, buddy, that's just how it goes sometimes. Sometimes you win, and sometimes you go down in flames.
That's Clarabelle.
How's that?
Gotta love her.
That's great.
And wait, isn't she also tied for kind of like first or second place for oldest Disney character?
I believe she is.
I think.
And yet not a friend. I don't know if you've noticed that on any of the merchandise. Mickey and Friends. You're like, Chip and Dale.
Oh,
the hell
yeah.
is this?
Yeah, that's
I
true.
fixed your elevator. I make you moo muffins. I took
Yeah.
you to the parade. I got you a pizza. For God's sake, what does it take?
That's true.
So you want me to do a line as one of mine?
Sure.
Be a good boy, Roger. I'm going to the beauty parlor. And if you're not, it's back to the science lab.
Be a good boy, Roger. I'm going back to the studio. And if you're not, it's back to the science lab.
That's so sad coming from Pooh.
Coming from
Talking about science labs.
yes. Oof. I used to be Smokey the Bear, but
I have a promo you made me for KFI as Smokey the Bear.
oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Only you can prevent.
April Winchell's radio show, something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, there was
I'll send it to you.
Alzheimer's Smokey. There was. Remember, only you can prevent Forrest Whitaker.
Forrest Tucker.
Forrest Gump. No, wait, don't tell me. Yeah, anyway.
You got Forrest Tucker. You can use that one.
That's
That's
true.
That's
Tuck
a
and
triumvirate there.
Yeah.
I don't think there's another one. Oh, Robert Forrester, almost. You almost got
Yeah,
it.
well, I mean, oh man. Well, thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Lovely.
thank
Very
you,
nice to
thank
see you.
My gosh, we go back and then there's your dad. God rest his soul.
Yeah.
You know, he was he was a character and a half.
Certainly was.
Yeah.
I vividly remember going to the premiere of Winnie the Pooh and the Blustery Day at the Disney Studios.
Oh my God.
And there was a guy dressed as in the suit. I have a picture somewhere of me in my little dress.
You
standing
and
next to-
Tigger?
No, it was just Winnie the Pooh with the honey thing.
Oh, Pooh.
Yeah, and
Okay.
then and Sebastian Cabot was there, and John Fiedler, and
Wow, yes.
they were all
that's
there.
right.
And my dad had been working on it for a while, but didn't tell us much about it. And he kept saying it's gonna be good, it's gonna be good. And we went to the premiere, and I was like, whoa! I was blown away. And then it just, then it was Tigger,
Yeah.
and now you're Tigger.
Yeah, and now I'm Tigger Light. Yeah.
I walk over my dad's star on the way to the store
Uh-huh.
because we're real close to Hollywood
Yeah, I
Boulevard.
know right where it is.
Yeah,
I
right in
know
front
right
of
where it
the Ron
is.
Hubbard Library. I'm like, oh boy, he'd love that.
Oh, yeah.
And so Father's Day, I'm gonna go down there and clean his star.
Oh,
That's really sweet.
Yeah,
that's
really nice.
nice.
Yeah.
That is very nice.
It's nice. It's nice to see that.
Yeah. Well, I'll never forget. I don't want to be redundant if I told this before, but I remember seeing him. One of the last times I saw him was at not Waves. It was a recording studio. Anyway, he was getting in and he was having a tough time making it through the door, and I said, "Hey, Paul, what the heck, How you doing? How you doing? Oh, how you doing, kid?"
Oh my God!
And he sits down.
That's wild.
Oh,
That's crazy.
sorry, but
Sounds
he
just
sits.
like my dad.
I was kid, and I said, "So I saw you trying to navigate here through the door. What's going on?" He goes, "Well, I had a stroke, and And I know because I'm getting good at that myself. But he gave me the description. I said, what's that like? Because everybody in my family, God rest them, we all stroke and we're gone. You know. So I got that going for me. But he said, he goes, well, go like this. And I said, okay. He goes, you see the space between your fingers, your hands? I said, yeah. He goes, that's what I can see.
Oh, yeah.
And I said, oh,
got the tunnel vision of, yeah.
Yeah. And I said, oh, geez. So he goes, that's why I got this driver. And I said, man, oh, man. I said, so what does that mean now? And he and he looked at the floor, and this one gets me a little bit. So anyway, he said he looked at the floor, and then he reached over, puts his hand on my shoulder, and he goes, it means I want you to take care of my little buddy for me. Oh. And I said, okay.
He was talking about me.
Yeah.
But then you went and did Tigger. So
then I went and did Tigger.
How do you like that?
Yeah. So that's...
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It was... What a guy.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah. I have a lot of appreciation for him as I get older,
Sure.
Because you have the benefit of seeing, what your parents really were, or what their marriage really was, all the external forces that you weren't aware of. And you also kind of sort of think of your parents as coming into existence when you did. Mm-hmm. And then you realize that they had many years before you to become those people and all those experiences that they had. So I have a lot more appreciation for him as I get older, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, he was something.
Well, I have a lot of appreciation for you.
Thank you.
As we both get older. But you know what? I'd rather have a shit ton of birthdays than one funeral. That's right. What I've always said.
That's exactly right.
So on that happy note, shall we wrap this?
I'm going to just park in my garage when I get home and leave the car running.
That's right. Don't forget to leave the door down.
That's why it doesn't work.
That's
why. I keep forgetting to close the door.
That's why you're still here.
I'm just going through gas. It's expensive.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. Really appreciate that.
Thank you. Really nice to see you.
April Winchell, ladies and gentlemen.
And thank you guys all for watching. If you guys liked that episode, we really hope you enjoyed it. That was a great conversation. And if you liked it, leave a like and subscribe. We really appreciate it. It helps us out. It helps you out find more videos like this. And if you want to find even more videos like this, you can subscribe to us on Patreon, where we have bonus content, extended interviews, bonus interviews, giveaways, contests, all that good stuff. And if you want some merchandise, you can check out Jim Cummings' Closet on Shopify. There's t-shirts, there's keychains, there's a whole bunch of good stuff, autographed pictures, a whole bunch of good stuff over there. And I think that just about does it for today. I'm producer Chris.
Is it
Jim
your real
Cummings.
closet? Your real closet?
Yes,
your real closet? Okay. Because I'll sign up for that.
I'm out of. Yes. Okay. And thank you. Thank you, everybody.
And thank you again, April Winchell, for joining us.